Okay, there we go. All right, everybody. So happy Friday. For those of you that celebrate Hanukkah, Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. We have Christmas Eve tomorrow, and then we have Christmas on Sunday. And I am wishing you all the blessings of the season. May your hearts be in alignment, love. May you find joy and peace in your hearts and in everything that you do. That's my wish for everybody. I've been in a 2-year journey with a group of friends, and we're studying the materials called the Way of Mastery that were conferred through J.M. Hammer over 30 years ago when he channeled Jesus. And it's interesting. I just found another book that my mom ended up getting me for Christmas. It's called The Way of the Heart. And again, Jesus and Mary Magdalene channeled materials that are very much the same pathway, which is about being a co-creator with God and bringing peace to the earth and bringing peace to life, bringing love to the world. That all we're doing is giving God. And there were 33 lessons, and then all of a sudden there were 3 more lessons. And at the very end, they came through from Sanat Kumara, who is known as the Logos, or the Lord of basically our known universe. And I have had the honor of channeling Sanat. And Sanat, Yeshua, as he calls him in the book, and Mary Magdalene have all been designated as being Arcturians, and that's my soul origin as an Arcturian. And there's a place where I get to make a choice each and every day to either indulge in my ego and indulge in the darkness, or to make a choice to be in alignment with like the mind of Christ and the heart of Christ and the love of Christ. And I'm definitely getting better. Can't say I'm perfect, not by any stretch of the imagination. But I noticed that when there are circumstances that in before would have triggered the heck out of me, I'm finding myself just being able to breathe through all of it and say, it is what it is, and to not judge it, which has made a huge difference in my life. So for that, I just want to extend my gratitude to the universe for helping me to make that kind of transition. It's been really powerful. So today, our class is on clearing the clairs. And Beverly, it looks like you are going to be the sole recipient. Are you up for participating?
And
if not, okay, I can work with Laura Lee.
I'm not sure because I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I don't know if I can focus in order to participate.
Okay, my love. So then I'll work with Laura Lee, which is great because Laura Lee not only works with me, but I also have her in some of the classes. So Laura Lee, are you up for practicing today? Okay, great. All right, good. So one of the things that I love to do with this technique of clearing the clairs is to be able to measure what people's clairs are and where they are. So why don't we start out by doing that? And I'm being told to make it really broad today. So the 4 areas that I like to focus are clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, and claircognizance. So clairvoyance is your ability to see things from spirit. So they're not just what you can see with your physical eyes, but they're actually with the third eye that looks inwards. Clairaudience is your ability to hear messages from spirit that are beyond the physical ears. Clairsentience is your ability to feel things from spirit beyond the physical touch, like the temperature in the room changes, or you actually can feel them as they walk by, or you get goosebumps or something like that. I can feel their presence when they come. And then claircognizance is where you know information from spirit that is well beyond what it is that you've read or been taught. When you know that certain things have happened, when you know that certain things are going to happen. And I started out by measuring these with people on a scale of 1 to 10, and then it started to go 1 to 50, and then 1 to 100, and now it's in the thousands. So I'm being told today to measure it a whole new scale. So Laura Lee, let's go in and see how this is. So I always like to start with clairaudience, and then clairvoyance, and then clairsentience, and then claircognizance. So CA, CV, CS, CC. All right.
I have,
Hold on. We're going to do a little breathing.
yeah, I'm just wondering because you said you wanted to start with clairvoyance,
Clairaudience.
clairaudience.
CA, because A is the first level of the alphabet. Clairaudience. So here's how they show it to me. Clairaudience is the hearing, clairvoyance is the third eye, clairsentience is the heart, and then the crown is the claircognizance. So both the seeing and the hearing have to do with the third eye. So if that's where the numbers are lower, we'll look into the third eye for any blockage. With clairsentience, if there's any kind of blockage, we look to the heart. And then with claircognizance, that knowing from spirit, where the information just comes like a big old freaking download, I always go to the crown chakra for that. There's also clairalliance, which is the ability to smell when spirit comes by. And there's clairgusto, which is the ability to taste. There are other clairs, but those four are really the ones that I focus on. Okay, good. All right. So let's all do some breathing together. We'll do a little mini meditation. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to breathe in and out through the nose. The nose was actually constructed for us to breathe in and out of. The mouth was constructed for us to eat. And I knew that. And then I'd heard that from 3 different teachers that I've had for meditation. So take a long, slow, beautiful inhale through the nose. Let it really fill you up. Pause at the top. And then as you exhale through the nose, begin to drop the consciousness down towards the heart. Take another longer, slower, deeper inhale in through the nose. Pause, and then exhale through the nose. Again, dropping that consciousness down towards the heart. Take one more long, slow, deep, rich, beautiful inhale in. And then as you exhale through the nose, just really drop that consciousness deeply into the heart. I'm going to do a countdown, counting from 13 to 0. And with each number that I count off, I just want you to imagine yourself drifting more and more deeply into the heart. 13, 12, 11, drifting more and more deeply. 10, 9, sinking further and further into the heart. 8, 7, down, down, down. 6, 5, 4, drifting further down. 3, 2, 1, and 0. You find yourself completely at peace. Gorgeous. So Laura Lee, on a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clairaudience? Beautiful. Write it down. Take another inhale in. On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clairvoyance? Write it down. On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clairsentience? Thank you. And on a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your claircognizance? Beautiful. What were your numbers?
For clairaudience, I have 4,816.
Beautiful.
Clairvoyance, 4,928.
Beautiful.
Clairsentience is 4,321.
Okay.
And claircognizance, I have 5,506.
Beautiful. Okay. So your clairsentience is still low. And if I remember correctly, that's one that has tended to be low.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning, it was the highest when I first started, and it was like an 8.
Well, what will happen is one of the clairs will overcompensate for the others if they're not even. And they're all high, but there's a place where it's almost like your clairsentience is like, okay, I need a break. I've been working really hard for a long time. But let's just go in and see what, if anything. When you connect with your angelic self, we're talking in the 10,000s, you know? So you're making this beautiful integration. You've had some really profound breakthroughs. You're in the middle of cracking yourself wide open. So we're going to focus on the heart and let's see what's there. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes. I want you to take a beautiful, deep, rich inhale directly into the heart. And then as you exhale through the nose, let yourself really sink into the heart. What is there that's blocking the fullest expression of your heart right now?
I see an incident.
Okay. So when was it?
1593.
Thank you. Where was it?
Somewhere in England.
Okay. What happened? I want you to move through the incident, telling me what you see, feel, hear, and experience as you go. Just take your time with it, breathe through it. What happened?
Hmm. So that lifetime had a lot of shit in it. And we've worked on it before. I'm actually back in that basement.
Okay. So there's another piece that hasn't been healed yet. So let's go in and take a look at it. So call forth a guide to join you. Who is it that comes forth?
Athena.
Greetings, beloved. Ask Athena what is still there that needs to be healed.
In that lifetime, I killed one of my child.
Okay. Do you recognize that child as anyone you know from this incarnation?
Yes.
Okay. Ask Athena, what is there that needs to be revealed?
She's telling me that this deep need for protection doesn't have to be there as strongly anymore.
Beautiful.
Because at that moment, I did what I did to protect myself. Because if I took the baby from myself, nobody could take it from me.
Thank you. So it was an act of protection.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was the last one, the 9th one. And I could not handle getting him torn from me.
Thank you. Can you allow yourself to contact the emotion? Or were you numb at the time?
I was numb.
Okay. All right, very good. So at this time, I would like you to move over to the place of planning. Ask Athena, is there anything else to be reviewed at this time from that incident?
No, there's nothing left.
Okay. So go ahead and make your way over to the place of planning. And I want you to invite the person who put you in the basement, who impregnated you, who took the children, invite the children, invite all the children. Everyone comes at the level of higher self. And ask Athena to reveal to you, what was the soul contract? What were you meant to experience in that incarnation?
I lived that so I could learn how to protect myself when needed. And also, so later on, I could learn to let go of the walls when they are not needed anymore.
Beautiful. Would you say that you have that capacity now?
Yeah.
Beautiful. So please explain to all parties why you agreed to have that lifetime be the way that it was. allow the healing to come for all of you.
Mhm.
Are you willing to heal the aspect of your heart that you had closed down at that time in order to go numb and not feel this?
Yes.
Beautiful. Ask Athena to help you to do that. Mm.
Mm.
Beautiful. Is there anything that you need to say to the children, to the being that you recognize as the ninth child?
Thank you for giving me a second chance. I love you madly.
Beautiful. Ask Athena if there's anything else to be revealed at this time.
No.
Okay. So now invite into the place of planning all souls that have been, are, or will be affected by the healing of this dynamic. Invite them into the place of planning. Allow the ceilings and the walls to expand. Beautiful. Gorgeous. And when you're complete, let's have you and Athena make your way back to your round table. Gorgeous. Allow yourself to integrate physically everything that you just experienced, particularly around feeling safe, having your heart be open, and how you feel after opening up to your clairsentience even more, knowing that there's nothing that needs to be protected, nothing real can be threatened, and nothing unreal exists. And herein lies the peace of God, great wisdom that Yeshua brought to us in the Course of Miracles. There's nothing that we need to feel safe from, because we're always safe. The illusion is that we're not. And allow yourself to integrate everything that you just experienced through your emotional body, so that you truly have that sense of knowing that there is peace where you are, that you are in a co-creation with God, and that what you are creating is extending God to the world with peace and love. Next, I want you to integrate everything that you just experienced through your interpersonal dynamic. And that is that when you are dealing one-on-one with another, that what you are extending is God, and what you are extending is love, and what you are extending is peace. Next, I want you to integrate everything that you just experienced through your social dynamic. And that is who you are in emotion, relationship, both communities, family, friends, work, clients, students, all of it. How you express yourself in groups. Next, I want you to integrate everything that you just experienced through your principal dynamic. And this is the mental realm, where you now have embraced for yourself a belief system where it's safe for you to love with your whole heart, where it's safe for you to experience spirit with your whole heart, that you live peacefully, you live safely, you live abundantly. And then finally, I want you to integrate everything that you just experienced through your universal realm, through your connection to Father, Mother God. Creator and I are one, Source and I are one. And you know that, and you live from that. Therefore, you are at peace. It's just the truth of it. So thank Athena for being with you on this journey. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Beautiful. How you doing?
Good.
All right, let's go back in and measure your clairs. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clair audience? Thank you. On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clairvoyance? On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your clairsentient? On a scale of 0 to 5,000, at what level is your claircognizance? Beautiful. You want to share with us your numbers?
Yes, they all went up.
Okay.
So my clairaudience is now at 4,866. My clairaudience shot right up to 7,869.
Gorgeous.
My clairsentience is now 9,781.
Beautiful.
And my claircognizance is 5,806.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Great job. Hi, Claire. Welcome, love. Claire came to witness you, baby.
Yeah, that was amazing. Joshua told me to come and watch you cultivate your safety.
Oh,
I love that. I love that. Truly, in a world where there is nothing to fear, where the very beginning of the Course in Miracles says nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, and herein lies the peace of God. I had this breakthrough at the retreat that Claire and I attended last week, where I was saying that I'd never felt safe. And it was like ever since I healed that, there has been such a profound feeling of, regardless of the circumstance, there's nothing but safety. Herein lies the peace of God. And when you live from that peace, you have these kind of numbers. Congratulations, Melanie. It's gorgeous.
thank you.
And now, if there's any fear about what you're doing with your podcast, you just have to remember the only one that is there is you, and you're co-creating your existence with God. And that's really all there is. So allow yourself to hear God in another's voice. Allow yourself to see God through another's eyes. That's all we're doing, is we're witnessing ourselves through all of our relationships. And when we have turmoil in relationship, when we have issues with ourselves, it's where we feel that we are separated from God. And that's the great fallacy.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, baby. You're so welcome. Thank you for being here, girls. And I'll see you guys in admin really quickly. Beverly, thank you for being here, my love. And to everyone else who's watching, thank you so much. We have some really exciting things that are coming up next year. We have a quantum healing class, which is the cornerstone class. It's actually the prerequisite to spend the year with us in the quantum teaching curriculum. There are 6 other classes that are going to be taught throughout the year, one corresponding to each of the chakras, to really help you bring balance and clarity, so that the devices through which you express yourself through life are your chakras. There are 7 of them, and they are the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and then the crown chakra, which is our access to connect to spiritual realm. And then there's a mastermind that's coming, a 6-month mastermind with hot seat coaching. And we have some mini masterminds where people are going to be able to interact with Jesus, with Venus, with Archangel Michael, and with Mother Mary, I think. Anyway, we'll see. Where they're going to get to do Q&As with them, questions and answers. It's always fun to talk to them directly. And let's see what else.
It's Hathor, the 4th one.
Hathor was a Hathor. Okay. Oh, I channeled Mother Mary this morning. That's why she's there. And let's see what else is happening. We have some great new book clubs that are coming. We're going to be doing some really incredible work next year. And just a lot of things that are exciting in this world of Soma Life. So if you have any questions, please drop us a line. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. I wish everybody the most glorious holiday season with your loved ones, with yourself. Self-love is really where it's at. When our co-creation with God, because that's really what we're doing in every moment. when you realize that every interaction that you have with somebody is someone witnessing you. Are they witnessing you in your light, or are they witnessing you in your shadow? It's all lessons in self-love. It's really all it is. Peace, love, and rock and roll. Thanks everybody for being here. Talk to you all soon. Much love.